Sorry.
How are you at traffic and driving here in Los Angeles?
So interesting that you say that. Well, I also had to think about customer service, but I wrote it down and now I'm scanning it and I can't see it. But we'll go with that. Traffic and driving. I think, and I'm just going to say this, you might drive one. So obviously present company excluded.
You talking about an electric car?
No.
Oh.
I was going to say Mercedes drivers are hands down the worst drivers. I don't know if you've noticed this.
I have noticed that, yes.
It's something like you're entitled. They
that's
can
the
do
thing.
bigger
It's
cars.
The entitlement of these drivers is ridiculous.
Which you would think because you have a nicer car, you'd be more careful. They are the worst drivers. I'm like, I pay a lot for my car. I pay an outrageous amount markup. I have the AMG package, which is total bullshit. And then they're the worst drivers. Yeah. Did something happen to you this morning?
Not this morning, but I mean pretty much every day here in LA and Orlando. See, I'm from like the two worst places to drive, Orlando and Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Orlando is different because
San Antonio is also bad.
Oh, is it? But see, Orlando, you have these crazy tourists that are in their rental car with a freaking map in front of their face, blocking their whole entire face. And you're like, what the hell?
What do you need a map for? Universal Studios is in one place.
Yeah.
What else are you looking at?
It's true. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, and we have GPSs now. So there's really no need for physical maps.
No,
in front of your
absolutely.
face.
The fact that it should just be telling you. I get annoyed, and this is terrible, and I'm just going to put this out there. Asian drivers are terrible. And I understand that you have
there's stereotypes for a reason, I guess, right?
There are, and then of course as a Jew, I'm like, except for ours, but everything comes from.
No, I'm marrying a Jew. There's a lot of great stereotypes.
Fair enough.
that are true.
Everything's got a kernel of truth. I don't know what it is. Now, obviously, it's not all Asians, but like it has, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but it does happen, and it's not. And it's usually like older Asian people.
Yeah,
so maybe it's just an older person thing because I've definitely like lost my shit and then realized it was like an 80-year-old, just like regular white woman. Regular, that's horrible. We were talking about he got upset because there was a headline that was like, U.S. uncovers ISIS plot, and people like freak out. And they're like, oh my god. And he's like, but it's just a plot. It doesn't mean it was carried out. It doesn't mean they had the wherewithal to do it. But people see these key words and they just lose their shit.
Yeah, that 10-year-old just had a plot for something. And,
yeah. I had a plot today, and it was to brush my teeth. Did I go through with it? No. My plot has been thwarted because you have ocean breath.
Oh, Blanche with your ocean breath.
Ocean. Maybe she's tired because she had too much shrimp.
Oh.
I'm one of the worst dog owners because I gave her a shrimp. And then I went home and immediately, like being like a neurotic Jew, I just sat there like Googling, does shrimp kill your dog? I'm like, it's good that I acted first and then, and even if it does, like, what am I going to do? Have her throw it up? She wants to keep that shrimp. I want to keep that shrimp and hold it. Yeah, for those of you that are lucky enough to own a home, contractors are horrible people.
Oh, they're horrible people. And what pissed me off even more is I found a contractor that was amazing. And everyone's like, oh, isn't it the worst experience? I'm like, this has been the easiest, best experience of my life. Okay. We have about 3 weeks left to finish this house. I recommend him to everyone. All right. 3 weeks. The next 3 weeks, the worst experience ever. Just gave up.
He just
gave up.
Not a lot of follow through with these guys.
No, zero follow. Built an amazing house, but then just wanted holes in the front door where the doorknobs are supposed to be, and certain doors don't shut. And oh yeah, I probably need a kitchen now. Yeah, just the little things. Yeah,
you don't need a kitchen.
I know. Yeah, just the little things.
I found that, and this is like, hi, welcome to snobby white people chat. But when I renovated my place, like there were just small things where I think when you're a contractor and you hire your guys, there's not a lot of eye to detail. It's just like, get in, get it done. There are things not painted just because they didn't move pieces of furniture. Like there's just like white squares on my wall that aren't covered by paint. Things installed upside down. Because sometimes the people that they hire aren't, English isn't their jam. And you got light switches sticking out, things not working. And they're just like, whatever. We got,
a lot of miscommunication for sure.
A lot of miscommunication.
And right now I have a lot of electrical sockets that there's like 8 in one room and then there's 0 in another.
There's no electricity in that room. It'll be your dark room.
Yeah, I just won't plug anything up in this one. All right. Sure.
And what's so weird about being a homeowner at all is that some of the problems I look at, I'm like, I don't even know who to call. Like, I guess an electrician, like if you're, like the other day, my water wouldn't shut off in my bathtub. I'm like, you don't call the Department of Water and Power, I guess a plumber. Like, you have to like teach yourself these things. Because if you're married, you just ask your husband, or if you're living at home, you ask your parents.
Hey, 2 words, Angie's List.
But you have to pay to belong to that. And I
You
don't
do?
wanna. Yeah, Angie's List.
Angie.
Do you want to hear a sick
I thought
thought?
this was supposed to be free, Angie.
No, it's not like Craigslist where you can just get killed by anyone.
Damn it.